Hello everybody, and what is going on? So today we are going to be talking about my favorite streetwear brands of 2018. Specifically, these are brands that I've been feeling recently. This list was a little bit hard to make simply because streetwear is this massive subject. It has so many different pockets, so many different subcultures that I can't possibly represent them all in one video. I mean, I do appreciate all sides of streetwear and I like to dabble in various different styles. So this top 5 just represents what I've been feeling at this very moment in time. It changes every day. Like if you ask me tomorrow, this top 5 could be completely different. And it goes without saying, I guarantee that my top 5 will be different to your top 5. And that is the beauty of fashion. Everybody has an opinion and a point of view on the subject. I would say that at this very moment in time, my style has shifted back into vintage. So today's list is definitely going to reflect that. This video is not the top 5 hyped streetwear brands of all time. That list is as follows: Supreme, Palace, Bape, Yeezy, Jordan, Off-White, and any high fashion house breaking into streetwear. So without further ado, let's jump into my top 5 streetwear brands of 2018. And the first brand I want to talk about today is Chinatown Market. Now, the first thing that I love about Chinatown Market is the fact that they have adopted the smiley face. It is a very, very simple icon, yellow face, smiley face, but the smiley face icon was massive in the 90s. It basically embodies that whole casual culture, and Chinatown Market has revamped it and has given it new life. The brand also likes to tap the shoulder of many 90s icons: Looney Tunes, Mickey Mouse, Pink Panther, various other cartoons. They like to play around with the checkerboard pattern, and there are many more examples of this. The general designs of their pieces are loud, they're bold, they're colourful, they scream 90s. Like if you showed me a Chinatown Market piece and said it was from the 90s, I would believe you. And just in general, this brand is bursting with personality. I feel like this brand is very hands-on. You see a sense of DIY in some of the pieces. The whole brand kind of looks like a passion project. I can imagine this brand being literally 1 to 4 people in a garage screen printing t-shirts themselves. The general aesthetics of the brand is an absolute madness. It's basically, if White Men Can't Jump was a clothing brand, it would be this. And to round off this entry, my favorite pieces from Chinatown Market include the Smiley basketball, the Wizard graphic tee, the Call My Lawyer t-shirts, and the Katakana t-shirt. Mad. Moving on to the next brand. So the next brand on my list is Pleasures. And the first thing that I like about Pleasures is it's a brand that has recently blown up. You will see Pleasures in pretty much every high street store. However, even though they've blown up, it's a brand that definitely still keeps it real. If you look at their social media pages, the brand has a lot of life. It's got a lot of energy, it's very active. Their Instagram is pretty much a mood board of their own influences, which is super cool because it just reinforces their brand message and their aesthetic. It's sick. At a quick glance, Pleasures is all about goth, grunge, lo-fi punk, nostalgia in a bag, and the graphics on their t-shirts definitely embody this. And of course, my favorite pieces from Pleasures is a Girl Is a Gun t-shirt, the Love Will Tear Us Apart t-shirt, the Kill Bill tee, the Burning Car graphic tee, and there's just loads more. Moving on to the next one. So the next brand that I want to talk about is Misbhv. Spell misbhv, whatever. So the first thing that I like about this brand is that it's more of a fashion house designer brand. You'll see it alongside Gosha and other big name designers. But in my personal opinion, this brand has definitely got its own persona. It's very alternative punk, which I quite like. There's a lot of DIY in this brand, and you can just feel the personality overall in their lookbooks, in their pieces. You definitely get a sense of what they're really about. Misbhv is a little bit more edgy, but you do definitely see their unique style through their pieces. It's sick. They kind of just do what they want. Here is a direct quote: "Our approach to each product is the same. We always do what we like at the moment, what we think is appropriate, and we try to stay true to ourselves to always remain authentic." And that pretty much sums up this brand in a nutshell. And my favorite pieces from this brand at this very moment in time are the anime hoodie, the anime t-shirt, the Stick Warren jumper, and the Euphoria hoodie. Moving on to the next brand. So the next brand that I want to talk about is Carhartt. Now, Carhartt is a brand I've seen in a lot of people's top streetwear lists. I kind of wanted to avoid it, however, I just couldn't. This is a brand that I keep going back to, so it had to make the list. First thing that I love about Carhartt, it's a workwear brand that was absorbed into skate culture, and then skate culture was absorbed into streetwear, so it kind of found its way here by accident, or you could say in a very organic way. Of course, because it's workwear clothing, the pieces are very durable, it's high quality, a must for your essentials. If you want to curate a wardrobe, your foundation clothing has to be top notch. Carhartt is definitely the place to go. Say no more, say no more. Carhartt are also very aware of their position in the streetwear scene, and we've seen a lot of cool collaborations. My favorite one that I could think of off the top of my head is the Rasvit one. It was a very simple mashup. It was something that I really did like. General Carhartt clothing is very clean, very simple. Plain white t-shirts, plain sweaters, workwear cargos, hoodies, hats. Simple, iconic logo, easy to recognize. Basically a direct rival to Champion. And because Carhartt's clothes are generally simple, you will find a lot of wardrobes start here, and it's very universal, very transferable. You can easily find skaters, hype beasts, vintage kids, grunge, high street, high fashion. All areas of streetwear can incorporate Carhartt in their wardrobes. It's definitely one of those brands. Some of my personal favorites from this brand are the sweatshirts, the cargos, the t-shirts, and the beanies. So, moving on to the final brand of the day. And the brand we're going to be talking about is Stussy. It's actually pronounced Stussy, by the way. So, where do I start with this brand? In my personal opinion, Stussy is the OG streetwear brand, the OG skater brand, and a lot of modern streetwear brands came from Stussy. Supreme is a common example of this. It's been around for the longest time, and I find myself keep coming back to this brand as they just keep doing things. They keep their pieces fresh. For example, tie-dye is kind of coming back in this season. Stussy are already on it. You can find multiple tie-dye pieces in their collection at this very moment in time. They keep banging out their graphic t-shirts, classic logos, graphics all over the place. They definitely touch down a lot of trends in their collections. I do feel that this brand likes to experiment. Like, they've got some crazy multicolored sunglasses. They've got two-tone tracksuit bottoms, all over print button-up shirts, collaborations coming out of their ears. It's a brand that I would definitely say that has stayed true to themselves throughout the years. Just by looking at their Instagram page, you can learn a lot from this brand. They're very consistent in their aesthetic. Now, this video isn't a serious case study into any of these brands, but you can definitely see why Stussy is a very successful brand. Just look at these pieces. Just look at this Instagram page. Just look at them in general. They have been, and they still are, the godfather of skate culture and streetwear. They've only gotten bigger over the years. Their influence has birthed a number of different brands. And again, I just keep coming back to this brand just to see what their collections are saying, and I am never disappointed. I've never looked at a Stussy drop and thought to myself, there's nothing here that I like. There's always been something in a collection that I can sit there and think, add to bag, add to bag, add to bag. Insufficient funds, dead it. But in general, it's just iconic. Hold tight, Stussy. My favourite pieces from Stussy are, of course, their tie-dye stuff that they brought out recently. I'm just in love with the sunglasses. It's very tongue-in-cheek. The classic Stussy Chanel pattern. And, of course, their vintage graphic t-shirts. And those were my top 5 streetwear brands of 2018. Now, again, my top 5 is definitely going to look a lot different from your top 5. I know a lot of people are into different styles. A lot of people are going to ask me, why isn't Gosha on this list? They are already in another top 5 list. But again, this is just a snapshot into what I'm feeling recently. So, in the comment section down below, leave me your favourite streetwear brands of 2018, your favourite designers. Who have you been wearing recently? Let's start a conversation. I read all of the YouTube comments, so leave all of your comments in the comment section down below. And that is actually where I'm going to end today's video. So, if you like this video, then you can give it a nice little like. If you want to subscribe and see more of what I do, because I do a lot of fashion-based stuff, lifestyle-based stuff, and style-based stuff, then you can by using a subscribe button that can be located anywhere on this web page here. Share this video with your friends, Waffle Gang, Cozy Boys, you done know. And now, that is everything. Bye!